Story you will only see here. A big wrinkle in plans to renovate KCI's terminal.
Now, part of the plan was to offer community benefits like daycare and workers and specialized training. The developer Edgemoor and the city plan to use airport revenue to pay for the perks.
But as 41 Action News reporter Kat Reed found out, the FAA isn't giving the green light quite yet. Kat, what happened?
That's right, Mike and Krista. The FAA is very strict about how airport revenue can be used. And we obtained a letter in which the agency tells Edgemoor they cannot use airport money for $14 million of the agreement as it's currently written.
We continue in our conversations with the FAA.
At an airport committee meeting last week, the city's law department talked about FAA concerns surrounding community benefits for the new terminal at KCI. But a letter 41 Action News obtained from the agency paints a clearer picture of the problems. In it, the FAA raises concerns with items totaling $14 million, including the $8.9 million workforce training. In a statement to 41 Action News, a spokesperson wrote, quote, "In order for airport funds to be used, the amount must be minimal, and there must be reasonable connection between the recipient organization and the benefit of local community acceptance of the airport. The $1 million plus contributions are not considered minimal."
First of all, there were some points that some of us were making a while back, which is that there is no nexus between some of the items that we were trying to do and what was going to be funded out of kind of airport funds.
Councilman Quinton Lucas is referring to items like this $1.5 million fund for things like mental health programs and workforce housing in the Northland, which the FAA shot down. On workforce training, the agency said the programs outlined were too broad and would direct airport revenue to purposes other than airport use or benefit. But Edgemoor emphasized negotiations are ongoing. In a statement to 41 Action News, Managing Director Jeff Stryker wrote, "The Edgemoor team remains committed to the community benefits agreement, and we will follow the direction of the FAA, City Council, and city staff. Over the next 60 days, we expect to have greater clarity about the FAA's requirements."
We and Edgemoor need to get our ducks in a row and figure out, who's working on the project and what we can do, and not spend so much time thinking about every great social policy that we can come up with that we could use the airport to fund.
The FAA says Edgemoor and the city can work together to identify alternative funding like private equity for some of these measures, but the FAA says that Edgemoor cannot be required to pay for the items. Reporting live in Kansas City, Kat Reed, 41 Action News.
Okay.